because we're on SOS. Okay, good morning. This is Justin. It is Sunday morning. It is June 16th, 2024. This is a walk and talk, getting ideas that are rattling around inside the head, outside the head, into a place where they could potentially become useful. And we're going to do this one on morning routine this morning. I wound up getting a second device set up, an iPhone, because when we do these lives, I don't have I can't do any recording of I can do the recording of the live video, but then I've got to download the video to take it someplace else. And the whole purpose of these lives is to do a brainstorm out loud and to capture some of the stuff that we're working on out loud. And and then I've got to download the video on the back end to be able to capture any of the specifics. So it's like, how do you just capture the whole day's worth of activities? In one shot. So that's what we're doing here. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. It's just, how do you capture the whole day's worth of activities in one shot? So when we're doing the thing, we're actually doing the reporting on the back end of it. And there's a concept that comes from Tiago Forte's Building a Second Brain, which I don't know which is just-in-time project management. So doing the project management aspect of the stuff as we're actually creating it live. So we'll create this live for people in the moment, and then also on the back end doing the capture of it, and then want to have the systems in place so we can actually kick off workflows for some of the specific ideas. So got a second phone. My son got a new iPhone, so all I did is I launched Otter in the background. So I am recording this on airplane mode on Otter. Don't even have cellular on that other phone, but just doing capture of this for the live video, but also capturing some of the specific ideas with the Otter in the background. And then when this is over, we'll go back and we'll start to do some post processing to see what actually comes out of the conversation, how it becomes useful. So I expect next 30 days is going to be on like logistics and how to create systems to start to make stuff happen. And then after that, we'll start to do actual creation using those systems. And on Friday night, I listened to Alex Hormozi's video on his content creation strategy, which is basically putting out 80 pieces of content every single week, which starts with one long form piece of content, which is like a live stream or something like this that gets recorded. And then second beyond that is is cutting those into smaller clips that can be useful on the back end. So I want to see what it takes to take this video, which is just an audio live stream, and also to cut it into smaller clips that could potentially become more useful. So that's a fun little exercise. Fun little exercise to be able to take a longer form brainstorm and then turn it into something else, but also start to produce other results on the back end. And the example that I use for that is when I wear my Apple Watch. I get to all I got to do is wear my Apple Watch. I have my phone as a backup, and I take steps, and it goes directly to my Strides dashboard. So I get the results. I've got a goal of 13,500 steps per day. So all I've got to do is walk and wear my Apple Watch, and that processing gets done. It's like that straight through processing. It goes right to the scoreboard and goes right to the results that we're trying to achieve on the back end. And so how do we start to have other areas of life become just as simple with that straight through processing as the step counts go, and as so we can sit and we can actually build those things, or what we can do is we can capture what we're doing live and then seeing where opportunities surface to do more of the automation and to do more of that work in the moment. So one of the pieces of equipment that I'm going to also be adding, which is going to get a little bit crazy as we're doing these walk-in talks, I'm going to add an armband so we can do to hold up the second phone with the armband when we're doing the recording here. And I'll probably also add a second mic on top of top the one I'm using, so I can get better audio quality when we're doing these captures, as opposed to having to hold the phone as we're doing the captures. And then I'm thinking about also getting the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, which do the recording live. They bother my eyes to do that, so that's going to be probably the next step that we'll do sometime in the near future. Where we'll do. Have the glasses. So right now the setup is a neck desk with a phone. I've got the Aeropex headphones, or excuse me, the Aeropex bone conductor headphones that I'm still wearing. I've got the Apple Watch on, which is capturing all the health stuff, and then got a second phone, which is for the purposes when we're doing the live stream, to be able to capture the transcript of the conversation live. And then there'll be some workflow that gets kicked off on the back end workflow that gets kicked off on the back end that can surface some of the ideas that we're working through. And then we got the stuff for the rest of life. And rest of life, I'm now using the timeline system, which is pushing everything out to everything out into the future, and being able to kind of reorganize our lives according to some reorganize our lives according to whatever the priorities are in the moment. And those are changing. The macro priorities don't necessarily change, but the prioritization of what we actually need to work on in the moment changes. So I got that stuff captured in Workflowy, and I think we'll use Notion just to be able to structure some of the data. Still haven't figured out how to do some of the second brain stuff. I think Logseq is probably going to be the best tool for the second brain stuff to start to get interconnectivity between some of the ideas that we're working on. So a lot of things will just come out of a live stream, and which is literally a brain dump of what's going on. Might start doing scheduled like interviews with people, or unscheduled interviews is even better with people, just being able to set it up so people can connect and come on live during the interviews, and as these things are starting to be scheduled, and then using that just to build out communities, build out connections with people, and build out new ways of being able to work. So what do I want to say about that? What do I want to say about that? That is, so I'm just pretty excited. Let me just look at it right here. So basic structure is go on a long walk, go and do a recording, which is on StreamYard. We've got Otter in the background that's capturing the content of the stuff that we're working on. The live stream, people can listen to it live. Listen to the live brainstorming and listen to people can listen to the live brainstorming. Then after that, and I realized I called this one a morning routine. I really talked about morning routine. Yeah, but I think this is part of the morning routine, is the setup. And then the transcript of that can be, the information from the transcript can be used to go into some different places. And I see where some of the stuff goes is into task management systems, which lead into project management systems. Where some of the stuff can go is into second brain, which is interconnectivity ideas of the stuff that we're starting to work on. It can go into a relationship management tool, which is talks about how we're starting to connect with people. And then the second piece that we can start to add on top. Second piece we can start adding on top of it is the is starting to add some agents into it that start to do some of that distribution in a different way. So I'm probably going to do a sketch I'm thinking about afterwards of where this stuff can go. And then there's a division between what is the stuff that is personal and work, and what is the stuff that is activity based, and what is the stuff that is more like human relationship building, and kind of distinguishing between the two of those. Relationship building, like I've got a project right now. We've got to a packing list for my daughter's trip. So, part of that is relationship building. Part of that is just, flat out task management task management to work through some of the things that, uh, work through some of the things that are useful and meaningful. What else do I want to say about that? Yeah, I think that's just the working through, not the meaningful, like, but working through it, and then, how do we effectively get through the stuff that is more like overhead, but has an implication to produce greater results, right? If we don't, and then where do we decide we really want to put a lot of energy into some of the stuff that we're working on, and where's the stuff where we just want to kind of let it flow in whatever way that it let it flow in whatever way that it flows. So, what else do I want to say about that? What else do I want to say about that? I think that is the I think, maybe I'll even put an end to this one right now. So what am I going to do with this on the back end? We'll continue to go through some of the morning routine activities. Go through some of the morning routine activities, which will be, we'll do a check-in with the coach. We'll do a check-in with my health coach. We'll do a check-in with the family after this, and maybe do some other brainstorms on tools like Clef Notes. And I think I'm going to have Otter running in parallel, both Otters running at the same time, and then because I'll have the one that has the capture of all the activities, and then maybe start doing some interactions with ChatGPT on the back end and capturing all of those different pieces. So I'm going to put an end to this one right now. Thanks a lot, everybody, for listening to this. We talk, morning routine starts with just how can we get most of the morning routine inside of a walk and talk, which is walking, really getting some of the exercise in, and then talking, which is a lot of the work, and then start using our the tools that are meaningful for us on the back end to generate something new. So I'm going to leave that one there for right now. Have an amazing day. Thanks for everybody who is listening in, and we'll speak soon.